Illini basketball lands a top recruit. Let's talk about it.
You are Locked On Illini, your daily podcast on the Illinois Fighting Illini. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome one, welcome all to a rapid reaction version of Locked On Illini. Thank you all so much for joining us each and every day. My name is Sonny Verma, your host here at Locked On, where again, I provide you content every single day. You'll get a 30 to 40 minute episode. And when breaking news happens, if it involves the Illini, you need to be subscribed to Locked On Illini. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got another one. Brad Underwood and the Illinois Fighting Illini just landed Lucas Morillo, a 6'6" playmaking guard out of the Dominican Republic and the Newman School in Boston. And I'll just say it, this is a recruitment that I'm very, very excited about. It's a commitment that may not break every national headline today, but give it a year or two, and I do think folks are going to be saying, dang, I think the Illini got another one. Because this dude, he checks all the boxes that fit exactly what Brad Underwood has been building towards. Size, skill, IQ, shooting, and the confidence of a kid who plays like he's already seen it all. So let's set the scene. Lucas Murillo, 6'5" to 6'7", depending on who you listen to, around 180 pounds, from the Dominican Republic. He's a 4-star prospect in the 2026 class, and he's part of a growing wave of international guards redefining how college basketball looks. This isn't your typical high flyer with raw tools. Murillo's game is very smooth, controlled, and surgical. He's the type of player who walks onto the floor and immediately makes everyone and everything around him feel more organized. Scouts describe him as a combo guard with point guard instincts, someone who can initiate offense or space the floor as a catch and shoot threat. And that's what makes him so valuable. He's positionless, but in the right way. As I mentioned in a previous episode, he's a guy, depending on the recruiting service, he can be a point guard, a shooting guard, or a small forward. Things that stand out about him, first and foremost, for me, if you watch his tape on YouTube, is the feel for the game. Recruiting analyst Jamie Shaw called him most dangerous with the ball in his hands because of his understanding of spacing and decision making. That's coach speak for this guy sees plays before it happens. Murillo plays with the patience of a veteran guard. He doesn't panic under pressure, doesn't force bad shots. He averaged 3.3 assists in Nike's EYBL circuit and 4.3 assists with the Dominican under-19 national team. Both impressive numbers considering he's often asked to score as well. So let's talk shooting, because that's kind of a separator. He's got real range. Scouts compare his perimeter consistency to Kasparas Jakucionis, which Illini fans, you know what that means. If you can shoot like Kasparas and pass like a guy like Ty Rodgers, that's how you end up being an all Big Ten guard by the time maybe you're in your sophomore year. And here's where I think Brad Underwood fell in love with this kid. It was his maturity. You can tell that he just processes the game at a level above most high school guards. He's not out there playing checkers. He's trying to play chess. And that makes him perfect for Illinois' evolving system. A scheme that's shifting towards spacing, tempo, and multiple ball handlers who can read the floor. Again, in a lot of ways, he reminds me of a combination of Kasparas, Ty Rodgers, and maybe Dosunmu's calmness under pressure. He's not flashy, but he always seems to make the right play. Playing with the Dominican national team, surrounded by pros, he clearly accelerated his growth. He knows how to coexist with other talented players, and you know what that means in Champaign. He should fit right in with a team loaded with shooters and skilled forwards. This commitment isn't about just one player. Again, it's about the continuity. Brad Underwood has quietly been assembling an international identity for Illinois. Tomislav and Zvonimir Visic, David Mirkovic, Mihailo Petrovic, and now Lucas Morillo from the Dominican Republic. This is not a coincidence. Underwood has learned to recruit globally. He's learned to find high IQ prospects who are versatile, skilled, and team first. And Murillo fits that model perfectly. He can be your secondary creator. He can shoot off the catch. He can defend multiple positions with his length. And he's unselfish. Underwood even said at Big Ten Media Days, of which I was there to cover, we've got positional size and great shooting. Murillo checks off both of those boxes. But he's not perfect. Murillo isn't an above-the-rim dunk machine. He's not going to posterize a defender on ESPN. In fact, you might watch his tape and nothing exactly jumps out at you. Scouts say his biggest weaknesses are his lack of explosiveness and slender frame. At 180 pounds, yeah, and 6'6", he's going to need to add muscle. And while he's a confident shooter, his off-the-dribble game still has room to grow. But I'm not worried too much about that. Why? 2 words. Adam Fletcher. We've watched Fletch transform players like Kofi, Hawkins, Will Riley, Terrence Shannon, you name it. Murillo's frame and strength are fixable. And when you have his level of IQ and shooting, the physical part always catches up. This isn't a raw prospect. He's skilled now. He just needs that extra layer of polish. If you're keeping score, Illinois is becoming one of the most global programs in the country, and that's a huge advantage in the modern game. The Illini can now roll out lineups that are long, switchable, and full of players who can shoot and full of players who can pass. Brad Underwood's not chasing athletes anymore. He's chasing good basketball players. Murillo joins a pipeline that's now starting to feel sustainable. Think about it. By the time he gets to campus, one of the Visic brothers should still be there. He might be playing behind a guy like Mihailo Petrovic and growing under a staff that's proven that it can develop international guards into professional players. Hello, once again, Kasparas Jakucionis. It's a developmental environment tailor-made for a player like him and his skills. Again, let's just not gloss over this. This is a very big recruiting win for the Illini. Murillo had very heavy interest from UCLA, Marquette, and the University of Texas. All established brands that have been in the tournament conversationally consistently. And yet, he picked Illinois. Why? Because Brad Underwood's staff has built something that players around the world are recognizing. A winning culture with NBA-level development. This is the benefit of what Illinois has done the last 4 years. You stack 20-win seasons, produce pros, win in March, and now elite international players are calling you. This commitment tells the world of college basketball Illinois isn't just riding a wave, they're building a boat. So what's the ceiling here? At his best, Murillo genuinely could be a Big Ten all-conference type of guard. A high-efficiency playmaker who puts up 13 to 15 points, maybe 5 assists, and stretches defense with his shooting. At the NBA level, his size and shooting translate perfectly to the modern combo guard archetype. And if Illinois lands another top 40 recruit alongside him in this class, which they absolutely could, you could be looking at another very solid recruiting job done by Brad Underwood. Murillo's commitment also sends a message to future recruits. Illinois develops versatile guards and trusts them early. That reputation is gold on the trail. So final thoughts. This is one of those commitments that I do think could be bigger than the ranking. Illinois didn't just get a 4-star guard. They got a program fit, a culture fit, and a player who embodies what Brad Underwood basketball is supposed to look like. Unselfish, skilled, patient, and smart. He's a connector piece who makes everyone else better. And if you're building a sustainable winner, that's exactly the kind of player you want. So Locked On Illini community, enjoy this one. Because once again, Brad Underwood and his staff went global and brought home a gem. Welcome to Champaign, Lucas, the newest member of the Everyday Guys. Let me know your guys' opinion on Lucas and his game. Does this level up your excitement for this recruiting class? I'll have more thoughts on Lucas and potential others that could join him in the recruiting class in a future episode. Once again, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I have a lot more Illini content coming for you this week. Until next time, ILL. Love you guys.